Hey Matt, the other day we were talking about Stairway and how neither one of us never learned to play it note for note, and you mentioned how Jimmy's using some kind of weird scale in there, not just a minor pentatonic, and I was saying that it is pretty much a minor pentatonic with the F thrown in, and if you got a minute to watch the video here, I'm going to show you what I mean by a minor pentatonic with an F thrown in. You said like a minor pentatonic at the fifth fret is an A, right? Okay. So in that first lick there that opens up the solo, one thing he does is something the old blues players did. He's bending the fourth of A, which is D. He's bending it up a whole step, and then he's going to the root note, actually an octave of A, like that. You heard a lot of guys like Hubert Sumlin and all them using that lick, but Jimmy, he uses it not as the resolution over an A minor chord, but to start off a solo that's starting with A minor, which is pretty cool. I never heard anybody else do it before him. Not that I was listening to records when Stairway came out, but I can't find another example of it. And the chords for the solo section in Stairway, it's an A minor, a G, and an F. Okay, we all know that. So that F chord is not going to be found in A minor pentatonic. That F is not going to be there because A minor pentatonic has those five notes, and Jimmy's adding the F. So he plays this bend up from the fourth to the octave, and then he makes this little descending run, goes back up a little bit, comes back down. But when he comes back down, you expect him to go back to the A. I mean, most rock guitar solos, you play a lick like that, you start on an A, you come back to an A, and everything else in between, kind of makes sense. Jimmy says, fuck all that shit, I'm going to an F because I'm Jimmy fucking Page, and you're going to like it. And you do, you can't help it. So Jimmy bends up, and then he doesn't hit another A like you'd expect. He hangs on that A for a second, then he goes to this G, and he goes down the minor pentatonic. Then he comes back up to the D, and what you expect is for him to come to this A, like anybody else would. But he's from outer space, and on that second phrase, he goes, that F right there, you're like, oh, what just happened? Rock guitar was just reinvented, and he just hit that one note. Sounds like he's playing some exotic mid-eastern scale or whatever, but it's that same note that's the root of that F. And that's just Jimmy thinking like a jazz player, playing over those changes. The song's going to an F, he's going to an F. And it sounds cool. So it's like, except he wouldn't fuck it up like that. But and then he's doing all that kind of A minor pentatonic stuff like that, blues scales and stuff that you're used to. And then this synthesizer riff comes in there. Shut, cat. Get. The synthesizer comes in there and it's like, what? And that little lick there, that's one we all learn note for note. I mean, come on, don't pretend you didn't steal that. Don't pretend that Eddie didn't steal it for Eruption, right? But we're talking about A minor, G to F. That there is an inversion of the A minor chord. There's the third of A minor, C. There's A. All you need is a fifth, right? Ha! There it is. There's E, which is an inversion of. So Jimmy just goes, bending back up to that D that he started. So you're like, oh, Jimmy's awesome, and he is. I mean, in his prime, he was the man, no doubt about that. And then you know, you throw in his slide playing, his acoustic playing, the fucking banjo, for Christ's sakes, whatever struck his fancy, he would just pick it up and master it. That's somebody that drugs took from us, because he's still kicking, but he ain't the same, and he's got heroin and cocaine to thank for that. All right, man. Hope you enjoy the rest of your tour over there a little more than you have been, and get your ass home so we can jam.